not exemplify those values in every interaction that they have, you're not going to have the kind of powerful transformation that you can get if they are carrying those behaviors out so that people can see them. You know, when you work at this cultural level, it's very all-encompassing work and in some ways very complex. But the value that you get back from it is so worth the effort, both in terms of the business outcomes you create and also just the kind of environment you create to work in. And so what we find is, you know, our turnover, our average tenure, those kinds of things tend to be much better than average organizations because people really like working at the hospital. And, you know, we've had folks leave, go try other organizations, and they come back because they say, you know, what we have here is truly unique. So you create something, so that truly unique is a competitive benefit on so many different levels. Because it's not easily duplicated by other organizations, so it helps us with recruiting. It also helps us provide better service levels. It's just a better place to be. As an organization, as I said, I think you've got competitive benefits because working on employee culture is so complex. It's not something your competitors can go out and do tomorrow. You know, they can go put a competitive ad in the newspaper tomorrow, but they can't recreate your employee culture in even a matter of a couple of years. It's going to take them years to get to the depths of what we've been working on for a long time. And then you really build up loyalty, camaraderie, and what I would call organizational resilience, too. In 2008, we suffered as an organization a devastating flood. We ended up having to close our doors, be shut down for five full months, which was the only time since we had opened in 1917 that we'd ever had to close our doors. You know, the wonderful part of the story is when we reopened 5 months later, we had lost no employees, we had lost no medical staff, and certainly no, you know, none of our leadership as well. Now, why? You know, some of that, you know, may have been job security, but I think more of it was about the commitment people felt not just to the institution, but to one another. And one another is the institution. So it was that, and then the fact that we reopened 5 months sounds like a long time, but most people looking at our situation, most outside evaluators thought we would be closed for at least a year, maybe even 18 months. We were able to reopen in 5 months, again, because of that commitment to one another, the creativity. You know, when you've got the right kind of employee culture, people know what their boundaries are, they know what their decision making is. You can unleash them. You can say, this is what we need to get done, and have the confidence that they will get it done within your values framework. And that's exactly what happened to us. So we were really able to accelerate what was a very difficult situation, move through it, and reopen even stronger. So I think that kind of deliberate employee culture creates the kind of resilience that allows you to rebound from a crisis, but then likewise allows you to rebound with competitive activities that happen or unforeseen market things that happen. You know, whatever comes your way, your employee group can handle it because it's and because there is this shared culture, and part of that shared culture is an understanding of figuring out together how to respond to your environment. Most important components is definitely commitment from top leadership. You know, you're not going to get anywhere if top leadership doesn't believe in, walk the talk, personify every day just what you're talking about, and reinforce all the vision and the values that we talked about. So part of that so it's top leadership leading, and it's top leadership having a vision and being able to articulate that vision in a way that every employee can understand. And I say at the hospital, every employee knows how their daily work makes a difference. And that's ultimately what you're really shooting for. Then you feel valued as an employee. You know why you matter and how what you do really impacts your business. But that, again, all stems from the top. So I think that's one. Second lesson for us, I think, was about rewarding what you want to see more of. So again and again, holding employees up as examples in all different ways, molding your culture around the behaviors that you want to see more of, and making sure that you reward and recognize what you want to see more of. People figure out really fast what's being rewarded in an organization, and they will give you more of that. And the people that don't like those kinds of behaviors will self-select out, and the people that join you will be looking for those kinds of things. So again, if you reward and recognize what you want to see more of, you'll see more of it. It sounds simple, but it's not. The third, I would say, is hiring for values. Over time, again, it's really hard to take people that fundamentally don't believe in the values that you want to reinforce, and make them share those values. People don't come wired that way. So over time, again, it's a longer-term strategy, but you hire and you promote for the values that you want to see, for the culture that you want to create, and that has enormous impact. And then last, I'd say, is a really great measurement system in terms of really being able to articulate to your leaders and to your employees in a simple way what are those overarching business measures that really matter. And some of those have got to be around employee satisfaction and service elements so that they know you value those. But then there are other goals as well. And we have found over time, the more simply and clearly we can articulate what we're trying to deliver as an organization, the more likely we're to achieve that outcome, because employees understand. And when employees are committed to you as an organization and to their team as individuals, and they know what the ultimate goal is, they will do their best to get you to that goal. And that's ultimately what we're all trying to create.